Hi. It's been so long since I vlogged, you guys. It feels really good to be back. I miss daily vlogging and I miss you guys, and I'm excited to be making videos again. I'm gonna put a life update so you guys know what's going on in my world at the very end of this video. So this content that you're about to see was captured while I was in China. And this footage is actually back from, I think, July. So this is before we even moved to Beijing. So we're still living in Nanjing. We actually only lived about 10 minutes away from Jiming Temple and the city wall. And by 10 minutes, I mean like a bike ride, like really quick bike ride. But just so that you're not confused, I am currently in the US, where I'm living now until further notice. And this video was taken when I was in Nanjing. America-based Lauren will be here to narrate for you though, because China-based Lauren did not talk to the camera while gathering this footage. So let's do it. By the way, I have my little friend here. This is Abe. He's my child. I'm going to read you some of what I wrote in a blog post the very first time I went to Jiming Temple. So basically the first time I went to Jiming Temple was back in, I think, late February or very early March, like the first day of March. And it was really the first like tourist site that I went to on my own in China, really anywhere non-English speaking. So it was a big deal to me at the time. It ended up feeling like a very calming place to me when it was all said and done, so it was a really good experience. The reason I went is because it is the oldest temple in Nanjing. The initial construction took place in the year 557. 557. That's 3 digits. The ticket is just 10 renminbi, so that's like about $1.50 in US dollars. And so you go to the ticket office, you buy your ticket, they check it, and then they give you 3 really huge like yellow sticks of incense. So when I first visited Jiming Temple, I had no idea what I was doing. It was literally my first time ever going to a Buddhist temple ever. Jiming Temple is sometimes called Gu Jiming Temple, and I found out that the Gu in front of it just means ancient, but I also found out that Jiming means something about a rooster crowing, and I really still don't understand where that came from. So the pathways in the temple complex all lead upward. You basically have to hike the stairs if you want to see anything, and it all leads up to a 7-story pagoda structure, which is gorgeous. So as you can imagine, the views of Zhongshan, which is Purple Mountain, the views of Shuangwu Lake right next door, the Nanjing city wall, and of the city itself, all those views are really great because it's a pretty steep walk up that hill. In pretty much all the prayer areas, you're actually not supposed to take any pictures, so that's why I don't have too much inside of the buildings. I have it more outside of the buildings, but I got a few shots that I wasn't supposed to take, but I got them for you guys because I love you. Basically, once you step inside one of those buildings, it's so intricately decorated, it blows my mind. Like, the first time I ever went there, it was like, okay, this is a Buddhist temple. It was something I'd never seen before, so it was really cool to like see it and be like, yeah, that's it. This is what I've been waiting to see. So the general vibe of Jiming Temple is a lot of local families that come to give offerings or pray to ancestors. Your average Chinese person who's going to a Buddhist temple is not going to go like worship in the same sense that you would go to a Christian church in America, for example, but they're going to show respect to ancestors. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course, as always. So basically, I was the only white person there, and I was the only person who clearly had no idea what they were doing. I was just taking pictures, and I did not know what to do with that incense. And eventually I figured it out. A little more history about this temple. So, like I said before, it was initially constructed in the year 557, but there's been a lot of turmoil in Nanjing, and I mean, honestly, quite a bloody history. So at different points, the temple has just been knocked down and built back up. Some of the stone is original, but pretty much all the wood is not from the 500s. The complex design that is there right now is from the year 1387. Then it was destroyed during the Taiping Rebellion, which was a 14-year civil war that resulted in an estimated 30 million deaths in Nanjing. The temple didn't quite make it either. Then in the 1930s, the country was transitioning governments, so all but one of the temple structures was actually turned into barracks for police and army men. So basically what you're looking at Jiming Temple is a structure that has endured. When I originally went and visited Jiming Temple, I actually couldn't read like any Chinese, not even like entrance or an exit. I didn't know north, south. I didn't know literally anything in Chinese. I was having a lot of trouble finding the exit for Jiming Temple the first time I went there. And that's when I accidentally found the ticket office for the Nanjing City Wall.
The old courtyard house overgrown with the big developed city in the background. So China.
So the city wall is a little bit more pricey to get onto. That one is 30 renminbi, which is about $4.50. So that's actually kind of pricey. So when the Nanjing City Wall was built, it was actually the longest wall in the world at the time. So the wall was completely connected and the city was inside the limits of the wall. That, at the time, was the largest city all the way up until the 1600s. So Nanjing used to be a really big deal. Now people don't even know about it. There was this emperor dude named Zhu Yuanzhang, and I know I probably butchered that. I just feel that I did. He was the founder of the Ming Dynasty. So we're talking about 600 years ago. And when he began his new dynasty in China, he decided Nanjing was going to be the capital. What do you do to a city when you're trying to build it up and declare it a powerful capital? You protect it from invaders, of course. So I actually have my blog post in front of me that I wrote about the Nanjing City Wall when I went and first saw this. I said, Chinese history is full of these kinds of stories. Someone takes power, declares the dawn of a new age, and pours tons of money into protecting their power until they're eventually overthrown. Pretty succinct history for most of the world. Okay, so this is pretty interesting. According to Wikipedia, the wall took 21 years to complete and used 200,000 laborers. According to the sign posted in the exhibition hall of the city wall, construction took place for 28 years and involved millions of people. The wall was built in the 1300s, destroyed, rebuilt. You know the story. It's the one that China tells a million times. Full restorative work was done in 2014. So what you're seeing is pretty recently restored. It's still really cool. And those cannons. Imagine this though. You've got this huge city in Nanjing, the biggest city in the world. Inside this city wall, on one side you've got a huge river, and on the other side you've got a huge mountain. One part that you cannot miss if you go to the city wall, don't forget to look closer at the bricks. Because if you look closer, you'll see inscriptions. And actually the Nanjing City Wall has the largest collection of brick inscriptions in all of China. Looking at the wall and seeing all the work that was done on just an individual brick, and then thinking about that as a whole, it just blows my mind. Thank you for watching, you guys. If you are curious about what has been going on in my life, I'm about to explain it. If not, I suggest you click this video right here. Okay, now let's get to the life update. I've pretty much just been going to work. I work crazy hours, 6 a.m. to 2:30. So I have to wake up at like 5:20 in the morning, de-ice my car because it's like 30 degrees or below when I wake up in the morning. That's like below freezing if you are a Celsius person. It involves like full defrost and then just like scraping it with an ice scraper that I had to buy recently from Target. And then I get to work super early. I am not going to sugarcoat it. I do not like my job. I hate my job. Honestly, I don't feel weird or uncomfortable saying that at all because this is a seasonal job. This is not something that I'm going to put on my resume. I'm not going to ask them for references. Future employers probably won't even know about it. And honestly, I'm a good employee, so I feel completely comfortable saying I hate my job because I don't think they would care anyways, because I get the job done. I don't have, I'm good at customer service, basically. I know how to talk to people. But yeah, so in case you don't know, I work for a local salmon company called Sea Bear. I basically answer calls all day. So I'm either like helping people track their orders, placing orders, or solving customer problems, basically. So I work at a call center and I have to wear a headset and look at a computer all day. And I only get like 30 minutes for lunch and like really short breaks. And it's a really short job. I only have 8 more days left. Basically, the way this worked is I had my 3 days of training. I worked a bunch of days, went to Portland. Now I'm back. I work 10 days in a row, and then Eric comes home from China. So that's what's going on in my life. Honestly, when I get off of work at 2:30, it's kind of a mad dash to get like out to the forest as quick as I possibly can, like with the dogs. The sun goes down here at like 4:15, 4 o'clock. It's starting to get dark here at 3:30. So it's like an hour I'm off work in the middle of the afternoon. That's when I'm like rushing to get out the door. I've been going on a forest walk with the dogs every day when I get home from work. And then honestly, I have been pretty much just like helping with dinner, trying to like manage my life right now because everything's a total mess. I've got Christmas coming up, you have a lot of presents to prepare. So I've been doing all that stuff. I've also been battling really bad headaches. And I think it's from straining my eyes while staring at a computer at work. So I'm trying to relax them during the day, make sure to take all my breaks. I'm trying to push the computer back so it's farther away, turn down the brightness. So basically I'm trying my best to prevent it, but honestly, my job involves staring at a screen really closely. So my eyes are just really heavily strained and it's resulting in some bad headaches. So that's really, really a bummer. It makes me feel like I just want to go to bed pretty much right after dinner. So that kind of explains where I've been at with my YouTube channel, because I'm really passionate about YouTube and I'm so excited to have you guys, my fearless fam. But I do have to admit, it's really hard to keep up with it right now. I said I was going to do 3 videos a week and I've already failed. I did 3 videos the first week and then 1 video the second week. Now this is going to be my second video this week. It's already Wednesday. I'm doing my best. Daily vlogs are going to start very soon. They're going to start on Christmas Eve. I've got more updates coming soon. I actually have more vlogs from China coming soon. A Portland vlog. I have Christmas. I vlogged us getting our Christmas tree so you guys can see that whole process. And yeah, I've got all kinds of stuff that I need to get up. It's just a lack of time at the moment. So I cannot wait until I'm done working. And then I can just be a YouTuber again and do nothing and not make any money ever. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye!